Vaccinations, we're going to go there. Yes, we are, but we're going there because it is National Immunization Week, right?
That's right. It's National Immunization Week. It's the perfect time to talk about vaccines and to check to make sure all your vaccines for you and your family are up to date.
For you, are vaccines just for kids?
No, not just for kids.
No.
So what we have to remember is that we're really lucky because here we don't see a lot of vaccine-preventable disease. But the reason why we don't see it is because we have such good immunization rates. As soon as immunization rates start to drop, these diseases can swoop back in and take hold. And the recent measles outbreak in the Fraser Valley is a good example of how contagious these diseases are. These diseases can cause serious illness, permanent disability, and death. And vaccines are much, much safer than the diseases they prevent. Plus, if everyone gets vaccinated, the more people get vaccinated, the safer the community is. And this is a concept called herd immunity.
And that is the vital piece of the puzzle when people argue against vaccination, because really at the end of the day, it's better to have the vaccine than to have the disease.
Much better to have the vaccine than to have the disease.
So when we're talking about kids, when's the first time small children get vaccinated? Is it 2 months?
2 months, yeah. Starting at the age of 2 months, there's a vaccination schedule that parents should follow. You should get your kids vaccinated on time, because if you delay vaccines, then you can put your children at risk. Something that causes a mild illness in adults, like whooping cough or pertussis, can cause a serious illness in a baby. The baby can require hospitalization and even die from pertussis.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about adults, because
Yes.
traveling, we see the commercials, you know, you could get Hep C, but there's Hep A, B, and C, and we can protect ourselves.
Yeah, so the tetanus shot you talked about earlier, you should get that every 10 years.
Right.
Hepatitis A and B, I recommend vaccinations for everyone. You can't get a vaccination against hepatitis C because we don't have one. Yeah. Hepatitis A is foodborne. So if a food handler has hepatitis and touches your food and you eat the food, you are at risk of catching hepatitis B. It's also in contaminated water, contaminated shellfish. Hepatitis B is spread in blood and body fluids. But half the people who have hepatitis B may not even know they have it because they don't have any symptoms, yet they can still spread it. So you can get hepatitis B from sexual contact, from a mom passing it to her baby. You can also get it from sharing things like razors, toothbrushes, and other things like that. You can get
anything
it if you go
with bodily fluid,
bodily
where you might nick yourself. Yeah, those are, you know, we see the commercials, you know, you go in for a manicure and a pedicure on a vacation, you don't know if those things aren't properly sterilized, then you could be at risk.
Yep, getting a tattoo.
Right, good point. Let's talk about students and particular, you know, young adults who wouldn't think, oh, I need to get a booster on something.
Yeah, children get vaccinated in school, but also if you live in residence, you should think about getting the meningitis shot. There's one that's covered by the government. There's also another one that's not covered that you have to pay for yourself, but it's probably worth getting because meningitis is such a bad thing to have.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So where are we going in terms of on the internet to find out what we need? Travel, like travel. Are there some places that you go that you absolutely have to be vaccinated for, and others that you can, you know, Riaz is going to Thailand. I said, you got any vaccinations? He's like, no.
Right. Well, developing countries, you should definitely think about getting vaccines. I tell people, as soon as you book your trip, talk to your doctor, get your vaccines early, because some of the vaccines take a while to kick in. Asia, Africa, all these places, you should think about getting vaccines.
cdc.gov/travel is a great resource, and immunizebc.ca. Of course, you can always get in touch with Dr. Yvette Lu via our website. Go to facebook.com. You're always on there. You're great on social media, and follow her on Twitter as well. Thanks for this information. We do appreciate it.